you're tuning in after the live, as you know, it takes me just about a minute and a half to 2 minutes to set everything up. So I greatly appreciate everybody with the patience and allowing me the time to do this. We got a few things to go over today. Max KEISER says Ripple XRP will definitely lose the case against the SEC, but he gives a reason why it not what it appears to be. So we're going to take a deeper look into what he exactly said a couple days ago. Obviously, we got to take a look at the XRP charts. And then we've got to take a look very closely as well at the Bitcoin whales and how they're accumulating. So we're going to see exactly if this can lead to a shakeout here, or a breakout, I should say, after a little shakeout we had down to 29,600 yesterday. So we're going to see exactly where we stand with that. So make sure you hit that like button, as it can greatly help push me through the analytics. And I appreciate anybody that's choosing to watch, if anybody, on this Saturday. I know I'm on a tiny bit later, and I'm going to do my best to put in a timely update here with some information. So we'll get into that right now. Just one sec. We got everything set up now on YouTube. It looks like everything's working. We got everything set up now on YouTube. Okay, yep, definitely. All right. So let me switch this screen. Let me get into the intro. Welcome in 33 people, 13 likes. Make sure you hit that like button, as it will really help push me through the analytics and get more people in here to watch this content. So good mid-afternoon. 4:39. Hold on. There we go. That might be a little better. Good mid-afternoon, or good early evening, I should say. 4:39 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on this Saturday, July 1st, 2023. I'm XRP Future Millionaire, and I reside in the great state of Michigan. So I appreciate everybody tuning in. I actually surprised so many people are already here. Chance, welcome in. BMO, Zim, Eddie, Roger, Trevor, Marvin, Salvador, Richard, welcome in, everybody. Come on in, welcome in. So yes, I'm sure you've seen the headline, and I want to go through this so I can at least go over it with everybody live, just so we can exactly show what he said, what Max KEISER said. Trading with J-Ride, welcome in. Robbie Sosa, welcome in. As XRP sits at the 4747 level right now. So let's go into this first. We got about 25-30 minutes. I'm making dinner, so I wanted to spend some time with my friends here while everything's cooking, and then obviously I could get to it to make the other parts of things. Dave, welcome in. Nick, welcome in. Mark Caston, welcome in. So this is what Max KEISER said. He said, Ripple XRP will definitely lose against the SEC, but there's a catch, KEISER says. So Max KEISER is of the opinion that Ripple will lose its case against the SEC. However, the reason is different from what you might think. Lewis, welcome in, and I would love to hear what everybody's thinking as I'm reading this as well. 44 people watching, 24 likes. Just make sure you hit that like button. That's all I ask while you're watching my content, as it can greatly help push me through the analytics. So we've got Max KEISER has once again come out with a comment on the ongoing case between the United States Securities and Exchange Commission and Ripple, the company behind XRP. The Bitcoin Permabull thinks Ripple will lose, but the reason is not what many might think. Max KEISER is a well-known proponent of Bitcoin, one that's been very vocal about the primary cryptocurrency merits. He's also bashed multiple altcoins on many different occasions, and Ripple's XRP hasn't been an exception. In a recent tweet, he said that Ripple will definitely lose its case against the United States Securities and Exchange Commission, but why? Well, KEISER seems to think that Gensler, the SEC's chairman, is a leg breaker for the banking mob, citing an article from the Wall Street Journal where the SEC called out spot Bitcoin ETF filings inadequate, he said. As explained, the SEC runs a protection racket for Wall Street crooks, so this is no big surprise. It also means XRP will definitely lose their case, as well as everything not Bitcoin. Bitcoin is untouchable. Not on the basis of law, but because Gary's a leg breaker for the banking mob. Just a week ago, KEISER also openly called Ripple a Ponzi scheme while maintaining that the SEC will kill XRP. So, I mean, obviously he's got a lot to say, and he's a Bitcoin maxi, so what would you expect him to say? So, I've seen a lot of people kind of losing their emotional status over this, and it doesn't really make any sense to me. I don't know why anybody puts stock into what this guy says, but it definitely has been something a lot of people have been talking about on social media. The tweets have made their rounds, so I'm like, you know what? We better just talk about this and show you exactly what he said. It's not It's nothing because of any kind of credence. It's nothing more than anybody else could have speculated about, that XRP could lose because of Gary Gensler. And he's a mob for the banksters. We already know this. He's a mob man, like the hitman. So that's pretty interesting, but I just wanted to show you that. And then I think that's pretty much it, though. That was pretty much it as far as that. I mean, we can go over this. The Ripple lawsuit decision now more significant than ever. I was going to read this in my later update, but you know what? Since I got everybody here, 49 people watching, 30 likes. Make sure you hit that like button. We'll watch this, take a look at the charts as well together before I go back to cook. But XRP holders attorney John Deaton has pointed out a big reason why the Ripple lawsuit decision has become increasingly important as the day goes by. Deaton believes that Judge Torres' anticipated decision will have ramifications for the whole crypto business. Wow, what an observation. Back to what triggered Deaton's comment. Scott Melker, Elias Wolf of Wall Streets on Twitter noted in a tweet that the 4 assets being traded on the EDX markets are what SEC Chair Gary Gensler has called commodities in the past. EDX Markets, a new crypto exchange and institutional-only exchange backed by firms including Citadel Securities, Fidelity, Digital Assets, and Charles Schwab's Corp., launched in the past week and will provide trading in 4 cryptocurrencies: Bitcoin, Ether, Litecoin, and Bitcoin Cash. So you're wondering why Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin, and Ether all made nice pumps. Melker pointed out the need for the crypto industry to take a proactive step in fighting against the SEC's onslaught, adding that if this is not done, Americans may be left with only Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, and Bitcoin Cash to trade on exchanges solely run by Wall Street. Deaton responded to Melker's tweet by saying that this is why Judge Torres' ruling and the Ripple lawsuit is becoming potentially more significant as each day passes. So these are the 4 assets, and we already know that are being traded. So Judge Torres' decision gets potentially more as each day passes. If it's bad for XRP, notice I said XRP and not Ripple, then status quo with more political momentum to Gensler, Warren Brad Sherman's anti-crypto campaign. But if it's great for XRP, then hold on, I want to read the whole thing. Then great news for other tokens. Apparently that was the whole thing. The crypto law founder analyzes 2 outcomes and their possible implications for the crypto industry. If the Ripple case results in a good judgment for XRP, it would be wonderful news for other coins. If the outcome is negative for XRP, the status quo will be maintained and the SEC's enforcement agenda might further accelerate. Let's see. Ken, I appreciate you tuning in. Caliber, welcome in. We'll take a look at the charts here after I get finished reading this. I just wanted everybody to see what's up to date in the news. Not much happening over the weekend, but there are still some significant stories developing. So since his first year in office, SEC Chair Gary Gensler has maintained that most cryptocurrencies fit the definition of securities and that cryptocurrency exchanges must register with the SEC. Last month, the SEC roiled the crypto market by filing lawsuits against the 2 biggest crypto exchanges, Binance and Coinbase. The lawsuits named cryptocurrencies such as Cardano, ADA, Solana, Polygon, Matic, and others as securities. In a recent tweet, Deaton shared the progress made so far in the industry's defense as regards both lawsuits. He noted that over 2,000 token holder customers have signed up as potential amici curiae. The crypto law founder stated that the action was crucial not to help Coinbase or Binance, but to disallow the SEC to build grounds for its claim for protecting customers through the lawsuits. Jan, welcome in, love. Glad to see you here. Always happy to see you in the audience as well. And then John Hall, good afternoon, brother. Welcome in. Isn't that the sign from Back to the Future, the trees? It's a good question. Oh, could be. Let's see. Crypto law founder analyzes 2 outcomes and their possible implications for the crypto industry. If the Ripple case results in a good judgment for XRP, it would be wonderful. We already know this. So we know about the securities. We know about this. I think that we got everything covered there. So while I have everybody's attention, let's get into the charts a little bit here. 63 people watching, 40 likes. Make sure you hit that like button. It would really help push me through the analytics and get more people in here. If you want to show support for my work, join Tom's Army. Look in the video description below, or you can send a super chat. But I'm just glad that all of you are here. Let's be honest. On this Saturday. So XRP's at 4747. We're up 0.36%. I'm also going to read one more thing after we get through here. with the Bitcoin whales accumulating as well. Almost $2 billion worth. So with XRP, the urgency remains the same as it's been. We can confirm a bearish cross if we have one more daily close around where it's at. But that could be a fake out as we haven't lost the 200-day yet. That's why this 4497 double bottom area down there is very important. If you lose that, then you're going to start pulling through on the daily, and that's just going to be a mess. All signs would point down first to 44 cents and then the bottom of the broadening wedge at 4150. The 44 cents is the inverted head and shoulders neckline. And that's why I'm still watching this very carefully, because this still seems odd. This still seems like it could break up here, even though it looks very bearish. If you look at it in the daily, even in the smaller time frames, there's not a lot of volume. It's just if we could get, as they would call it, the God candle, if we get a big force of volume without breaking down, this has a lot of room here if it could break out. It really does. It just, unfortunately, if we start crossing over in the daily, we could have a lot more room to come down here. We might actually come down to the 2020 uptrend before it's all said and done at 36 cents. So that's the urgency right now of trying to break up. And first step, get over 477, because here's the three scenarios if we start if we break down and we get rejected here. Let's say we come up to 477, get rejected. First scenario is to come down to 44 cents roughly, break back up out of there. Second scenario would be to come to 44 and then just kind of reject ourselves down to the 36 cents. You also have a scenario you could go 36 to 49 down to 36, or 44 to 49 to 36. It's just, we're fighting to try to get back over that 477 resistance. Infamous, I appreciate you smashing that like button. Hopefully everybody follows suit. I do appreciate everybody tuning in on this Saturday. So that's what we're looking for with XRP. I can't really do any more technical analysis than I've already done today because of the formation we're in. We've got to wait for this to break. Yes, this isn't going to have everything drawn in because it's the 2020 uptrend. But that's what the other ones are for. This is simply to show us if we get rejected here and lose this area, we're coming down to the 2020 uptrend. This is the all-time pattern I have set out, but it's only relevant when it reaches the areas of opportunity. This is the more important structure forming right now. And we've got to get back up over 477. It's just that simple. There's no other way for me to put it except XRP has got to get over 477 in the immediate short term. Otherwise, we're very bearish. If we confirm this rejection at 477, it becomes urgent because in the daily, we've got this daily bearish cross we've been warning about, or I've been warning about for the last, I don't know, week and a half if this continues to push this bearish route. Now, we could say in the 4-hourly we're forming some kind of a weird bull flag. After that liquidity candle in the 4-hourly, we could possibly say that we are forming a small bull flag. In the immediate short term, we did come down, so we came down, but then we immediately pulled up. This could be constituted as a bull flag and try to get a push up into that area, see how we react to 494. So that is what I'm looking at right now. And a thinly traded weekend, it's still Saturday. We got a holiday week coming up with 4th of July next week. So markets are going to be a little interesting to say the least. If we look at Bitcoin, Bitcoin is still riding that 30,000 support. It's up a little bit right now. That's the top of the CME gap. It looks like a bull flag formed, and if it uses that 30,000 at the CME gap as the support, the technical target is all the way up at 35,000. It really is. I mean, it would have to break through and get on top of 31,000 to start validating this, and then your first level of resistance, 32,800. Second level, 33,938. And then the technical target out of this move is 35,000. And we can see how we've done a cup and handle at the top of this formation. And it's doing the handle right now. It's a bullish handle on the cup because of where it's making it. Now, if it breaks down, obviously, this could end up being a bearish one. But if it makes it the way we've shown it, and it breaks out of this area, that would be a bullish handle, and the technical target's up there. Conversely, we already know the technical target, if it breaks down, is 25,194. We've measured it out both ways. So if you get a rejection at 30,000, it comes right to 25,194. But right now, this is the bullish scenario. You break out, you go to 35,054. So that's Bitcoin. You got two choices. You can either become bearish and lose this bullish, the bull flag and the cup and handle, and it would not be successful. But right now, we're building a bullish handle. If this continues, our target's 35,000. And like I said, if it breaks down, target's 25,194, but you'd have to lose that channel first. Tom Word is Ripple has put quite a bit of XRP into the market and that causing this drop. Can this be true? Yeah, they put in 1 billion XRP every single month. Let me just be clear to everybody. XRP, Ripple, whoever you want to call the main holders. So right now we've got, and this is the truth, we've got 55 billion coins in circulation. Every single month, they still got 1 billion tokens to put into circulation. They have a 1 million total circulating supply. But there's only 55 million or 55 billion in circulation, just over 55 billion, which means we've got 45 more months of 1 billion XRP being put into the market each and every month. So if you think about inflation, if you have $100 and they start adding $10 a month into the pile, well, all of a sudden it's become inflated. Everything's going to cost, it's a little bit different spectrum. You've got more money. It's not as valuable. So let's say the dollar, if you only have 100, it's worth $100. Well, now you start printing $10. Well, now you have 110. Now it might only be worth 98 cents on the dollar. Well, you continue to do this, and now you have 1,000. Now it's only worth 10 cents on the dollar. That's why you get these price swings every single month. So it's like, everybody's like, oh, XRP just dumped for no reason. That's not true. If you're putting in 1 billion tokens into supply, so we go from 55 to 56 billion this month, and then 56 to 50, you know what I'm saying? As you add more tokens, the value is going to go down. That's what we have to worry about. That's why it also looks nice when they buy them right up. So we'll see what happens here. But that's the honest to God truth. Nobody really talks about that aspect of XRP, but that's the truth. So that's what we're looking at with Bitcoin. And then I want to read this because I got dinner cooking and it's Saturday, but I still wanted to come on and talk to everybody, see what everybody has to say. So pay attention to this with Bitcoin, everybody. I've touched on it earlier in an update. But Bitcoin whales invest $2 billion in 2 weeks. All eyes on 35,000. Having sealed off the first half of 2023 around the 30,500 mark. We already know about Bitcoin, but this is what I want to talk about. The growing interest in Bitcoin derivatives among institutional investors has begun to evolve and increase demand for Bitcoin. According to on-chain data, a price-savvy cohort of whales holding balances of 1,010. So we already seen most of this. Earlier I read it. I actually wanted to see if we could get a slightly different angle, but everybody keeps talking about the same. Here we go. So Bitcoin whales and sharks double down on Bitcoin accumulation as the asset closes June at 30,469. So Bitcoin's network's largest wallet investors, whales and sharks, have scooped up 154,500 Bitcoin over the past 7 weeks. Bitcoin closed June at 30,469, its largest monthly close in the past 13 months, fueling a bullish thesis for the asset. Experts at Sentiment believe Bitcoin price is likely to recover in July, with a big chunk of Bitcoin buying within the past 2 weeks. Bitcoin network's whale and shark addresses holding large volumes of Bitcoin have consistently accumulated the token over the past 7 weeks. In the past 2 weeks, accumulation of Bitcoin picked up pace as whales engaged in buying the dip. Bitcoin closed June at 30,469, the highest monthly close in the past 13 months, fueling the thesis for a recovery in the asset in July. Bitcoin whales accumulate Bitcoin ahead of likely recovery. So based on data from crypto intelligence tracker Sentiment, Bitcoin whale and shark addresses accumulated 154,500 Bitcoin within a 7-week period between April 2023 and the time of writing. Over the past 2 weeks, the pace of Bitcoin accumulation intensified. So that's just something that is noticeable. And the whales are definitely starting to pile into Bitcoin. So we're going to have to see what's happening here. We really are. Like, if it starts pushing up here, it's going to be very, very interesting. So if anybody's got any questions, I would appreciate you ask now. As we are winding down here, XRP, Peaky, welcome in. Infamous, welcome in. Got to run and do some chores. Yeah, I got to run too and finish my dinner. I've got it in the oven. I've got a little bit of steak wrapped in bacon kind of thing. The bacon I won't even eat, but I like it for the flavoring. And then, not that I don't like bacon, but it's not meant to be eaten after. Not the way I'm doing it. But I got to put my potatoes and stuff on. But just any other questions, everybody? Any other questions? We've seen Bitcoin. We've seen XRP. How does you know what's out here? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Anything else, everybody? Anything else? I'll give you a last second. If you're looking to trade XRP, or your favorite crypto, even in the USA. We've got an alternative here to BitGet and MEXC, FEMX. You can 100x futures trade, long you're shorting the market, low spot fees, but at least they have XRP in the USA. And it's another option from Uphold as well. So those are our two options right now. It's in the video description below if you're interested. But most importantly, if you want to show me some support, if you appreciate the time I put in, join Tom's Army. I do this content for free. I believe everybody, no matter the size of their wallet, deserves this information. So if you want to join Tom's Army and you want to push this community, that would be greatly appreciated. What do you think will happen on July 20th? Probably the same old, same old. Probably not much, but we'll see. We'll see how it builds up to July 20th. I want to see the narrative here after the 4th of July weekend. That's my big thing right now. I want to see the narrative of the 4th of July weekend. Then we'll start branching out into the Tomorrowland. So that's what I think about that right now. Not much. I don't think much about it right now. I want to see the development here in the week or next 2 weeks. That's the tricky part. If Bitcoin gets to 35,000, I would imagine XRP could reverse and hold 477. If Bitcoin gets to that 35,000 range and XRP doesn't break down, that's where you can start looking at XRP to go up to that 585 double top. And then if we can break out of it, and this is at the top of the broadening wedge now, which is going to become an issue, you could see XRP coming back up. And let's say we do take the bullish route. You'd have a fight right up here around the 585 and the 613 level, the broken formation. If everything goes well, and let's just say, like Bitcoin, the pattern plays out true, and this inverted head and shoulders plays out true, you should be at 65 cents. So I'd peg XRP. If Bitcoin was at 35,000, XRP, if it takes the bullish route, 65 cents minimum would likely be the route. Because the inverted head and shoulders target 65 cents if you break out of it. Then if you break that, you've got a target around 75 to 80 cents, but that's way up there. You know, that's... Hey, XRP Key, thank you so much for the $4.99 donation. I really appreciate it. Happy 4th to you as well. Certainly wasn't expecting that today. Greatly appreciate it. But yeah, that's what I would be anticipating, everybody, for XRP. So I greatly appreciate each and every one of you. Make sure you hit that like button. Watch this over if you have to. But I wanted to come on so that we could all talk a little bit on this Saturday. Make sure you're safe. Give thanks to the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. And remember, positivity over negativity. If you're negative, you're never going to look at the things properly. If you're more negative, you're going to be more emotional. Where if you use positivity in the winner's mindset, when you're looking at the charts, you let it develop. You let it develop and shape your perception of the reality of the market based on what's going on in the market movements. So pay attention to XRP. We see if we can get up to 477 and break it. Then we have to go buy level 494 is very important. Get over 508 and hold that. Then we can start running up to 558 or 585 double top. And then you've got around the 61 cent. 613 would be the pattern breakdown from several years ago now that we'd have to try to break up to get to 65 cents. Conversely, Bitcoin is trying to hold 30,000. So 30,000 for Bitcoin's on top of the CME gap, also the top of the broken channel. And that's also where the bull flag is being created on the top of the cup and handle, trying to create a bullish handle. If this is confirmed, our technical target is 35,000. Have a safe weekend, everybody, and I'll see you on the update later tonight. And then I'll try to do it live as well tomorrow.